Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. I'm going to bring you another Strat-O-Matic baseball game special presentation, as this will be the 1975 Cincinnati Reds and the Big Red Machine taking on a team that I created with the all-time free agent file, the Italian-American Boston Red Sox, best of 7. Let's see if the Italian-American Red Sox can do what the real Red Sox unfortunately failed to do in 1975, one of the greatest World Series ever played, defeat the 75 Big Red Machine. First 2 games will be at Fenway Park. The next 3 will be in Cincinnati. And if necessary, the final 2 will be in Boston. As we get the second screen up here. So let's get to the starting lineups and roll the Strat-O-Matic baseball game. We just completed Denny McLain's 9th start in the Year of the Pitcher Challenge against the 2017 Best of teams, as he faced off against the Minnesota Twins. That is loading up as we speak after the live show, which went well. So check out Denny McLain and Bob Gibson as they challenge the 2017 baseball teams, 12 best, and 24 starts home and away. Those are up on the channel. First 9 starts for each pitcher. Kindle does not want to cooperate, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Alrighty, let's get to the starting lineup and play ball. For the Cincinnati Reds, leading off, playing third base, Pete Rose. Charlie Hustle batted .317, 7 homers, 74 ribbies in 75. He'll be followed by the second baseman Joe Morgan, .327, 17 homers, 94 ribbies. Batting third, Johnny Bench, doing the catching, .283, 28 homers, 110 ribbies. Batting fourth, Tony Perez, .282, 20 homers, 109 runners driven in. Batting fifth in left field, George Foster, speak softly, carry a big boomstick, batted .300, 23 homers, 78 ribbies. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Dan Treason, .281, 7 home runs, 38 ribbies. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Davey Concepcion, .274, 5 home runs, 49 ribbies. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Ken Griffey Sr., .305, 4 homers, 46 ribbies. And batting ninth in center field with an excellent arm of -5, Cesar Geronimo, .257, 6 home runs, 53 ribbies. On the mound for the Italian-American Boston Red Sox, getting the start in game 1. If all goes well, they'll pitch game 1, 4, and if necessary, 7. Frank Viola. We are very weak with the pitching for the Italian-American Boston Red Sox. Viola, overall average of 162 game season. I created the Italian-American Red Sox with the all-time free agent file up to 2016. Was 15 and 13. 3.73 earned run average, striking out 154, giving up 25 gopher balls, and walking 72. Thank you, Herb Pilgrim, for joining us in the chat. As we'll try to work on that second screen. Greatly appreciate that he says I can be heard, so that's cool. As Herb says, sounds like a record spinning in the. That's the crowd sound. I'm probably gonna get. Let's get rid of the crowd sound. Yeah, I forgot to get rid of that. So sounds No noise. There we go. Crowd sound gone. So we've gotten rid of the crowd sound. So Viola's on the mound. Mike Napoli's behind the plate with a neutral arm of 0. Anthony Rizzo is at first. And if you're saying to yourself, but Al, he never played for the Red Sox. Correct, but he came up in their system, so he counts. Mark Loretta is at second. Rico Petrocelli at short. Jack Clark is at third. Rocco Bardelli is in left field with a -1 arm, the Rhode Island native. Dominic DiMaggio, younger brother of Joe's in center, -3 arm. And Tony Calignero is in right with a neutral arm of 0. The designated hitter is Dante Bichette. Okay, and we will get on our way in a moment. So Pete Rose, switch hitter, comes to the plate. Rose will bat right-handed off the left-handed throwing Viola. Ah, nuts, I didn't change that. I wanted it to go off of, well, it's too late now. I don't think we can change the rules. Alright, Viola's good for 109 pitches. I wanted it to go off the way I play the other game, but I forgot to change it. Alright, so Rose looking for the 1-6 column. Viola picks up the sign for Napoli. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. And it is a 5 column and a 9. Ball game on its way. Game 1, best of 7. So it's a 5-9 to Pete Rose. And that's a fly ball out to Rocco Baldelli in left for out number 1. So Charlie Hustle flies out to left. 1 down. And I'll bring up Joe Morgan. Little Joe Morgan. Tremendous ball player. Hall of Famer. Big Red Machine. Probably one of the best baseball teams ever put together. Morgan's looking for the 1-6 column. Left-handed batter. Corners are playing in to protect against the bunt. Clark in at third. Rizzo in at first. Viola deals to Morgan. And it is a 1-5. So it's a Morgan column. 1-5. 1-5 off the Morgan card. And Morgan will double down the line past the dive of Anthony Rizzo. Calignero digs out in the corner. But it's too late. Joe Morgan standing at second base with 1 out. And here comes the very dangerous catcher, Johnny Bench. Hall of Fame catcher, had 28 home runs in 75 with a .283 batting average. Chance to knock in that duck on the pond. Morgan's at second. On deck, Tony Perez. Doesn't get any easier for Frank Viola. Napoli wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Johnny Bench. Bench looking for the 2-6, and he gets instead a 4 column and a 6. So that's a 4-6 off the Viola card. Morgan's at second, 1 out. And Bench drives this ball deep. And that is a 6. That's a 2-run blast off Frank Viola. And it's 2-0 Reds. So the Reds' Big Red Machine strikes and strikes quickly. As Johnny Bench takes that ball over the Green Monster and onto the Mass Turnpike rolling west. 2-0 Cincinnati. So that's not the way they wanted things to start off here in Boston. Here comes Tony Perez, first baseman, right-handed batter, .282 and 20 home runs. Viola has to settle down here. 2-0, 1 out, base is empty. Here's the pitch to Perez, looking for the 3-6. Viola deals Tony a 5-9. 5-9 to Tony Perez off the Viola card. And that ball's hit out to left field. And once again, Rocco Baldelli's there. Makes the catch, 2 down. So 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the first, 2-0. 1975 Reds. And here comes George Foster with his boomstick. 23 home runs, batted .300. He's looking for the 1-6 column, right-handed power bat. Viola kicks and fires, and Foster is dealt a 4-7 off the Viola card. 4-7. Curveball. Strike 3 looking. So Frank Viola gets over that big hiccup. The 2-run homer by Johnny Bench gets the next 2 batters out, striking out Foster to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first, 2-0, 1975 Reds over the Italian-American Boston Red Sox. In the chat, we have Herb Pilgrim. Herb asked, you choose the individual player's year for the Boston team out? It's a combination of 162-game average. If you go into, that's how the free agent file is set up for Strat. It's kind of fun. It was fun putting a team together. We're very weak with the pitching. So it's going to be a tough series here. Our hitting's pretty good. On the mound for the Cincinnati Reds, Don Gullett, and opposing him, the Boston Red Sox Italian-American style, Dominic DiMaggio's in center. And his 162-game average, .298, 8 homers, 62 ribbies. Excellent defensive center fielder. Mark Loretta is playing second base, .295, 7 homers, 53 ribbies, batting second. Dante Bichette batting third. He's a designated hitter, .299, 21 homers, 96 ribbies. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Tony Calignero, .264, 20 homers, 65 ribbies. Batting fifth, playing third base, Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark, .267, 25 home runs, 85 runners knocked in. Batting sixth, playing first base, Anthony Rizzo, .267, 21 homers, 71 ribbies. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Mike Napoli, .252, 22 homers, 64 RBIs. Batting eighth, the shortstop Rico Petrocelli, .251, 18 home runs, 69 runners knocked in. Batting ninth, playing left field, Rhode Island native Rocco Bardelli, .278, 9 homers, 37 ribbies. On the mound, Don Gullett for the 1975 Reds, 15-4, 2.42 earned run average. In 22 starts, gave up 11 gopher balls, struck out 98, walked 56. Behind the plate, Johnny Bench, who's excellent. He hit the 2-run homer, but he also has a cannon for an arm, -4. Tony Perez is at first, Joe Morgan's at second, Davey Concepcion's at short, Pete Rose is at third. Probably the weakest fielder there is Pete Rose at third. Foster's in left with a -1 arm. Cesar Geronimo has a cannon of an arm in center, -5. And Ken Griffey Sr. is in right with a -1 arm. As we try once again to get our second screen up so we can actually see the chat as opposed to going back and forth to the chat. Herb Pilgrim has joined us in the chat, if anyone's still there. Alrighty. So here comes Dominic DiMaggio. DiMaggio is looking for the 2-4 column, right-handed batting center fielder. Corners are playing in. The little professor is a B bunter. Gullett picks up the sign from Bench. Here's the pitch to Joe's younger brother, Dominic. And it is a 3, not a column of choice, so it's a 3-11 for Dominic DiMaggio. And DiMaggio will strike out, swing and a miss on the fastball. 1 down. Here comes Mark Loretta. Loretta looking for the 3-4 column. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Loretta, who was huge in the Yankee 27 series, MVP. And he gets a 3, and it's column of choice. So does Mark Loretta's hot hitting carry over into this series? A 3-10. 1 out, no one on for Loretta. And Loretta smashes that ball. Center field, Geronimo's on the run. He's not going to get there. And that's going to be high off the center field wall, as Loretta just misses a homer by a couple of feet, and he cruises into second base. So Loretta's hot hitting continues as the Italian-American Red Sox have the tying run at the plate, and Dante Bichette. Dante is looking for the 3-1 column. Really wants that 3. Gullett rocks and fires to Bichette, and Bichette gets the 3 column. So column of choice, and it's his big column. Can he make Gullett pay? So that's a 3-6 for Bichette. And Bichette singles. As that singles to left, Foster with a -1 arm. Loretta will be held, so runners will be on the corners. So first and third, 1 out, 2-0 Reds, bottom of the first. And here comes Tony Calignero. Tony C could put the Sox ahead, the Italian-American Red Sox, with 1 swing of the bat. Calignero looking for the 2-3 column. He can do a ton of damage with that 2 column. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Calignero. It's a 2! It's a 2-8 for Tony C. So a 2 column and an 8. Will Tony C do it? Calignero hits the ball hard. And it's an 18. And Calignero drives this ball to center field. Geronimo on the run. Leaps at the wall. Bangs into the wall. Doesn't make the play. It's going to be a double for Calignero. The Red Sox, Loretta scores easily. And Bichette will hold up at third, so it'll be second and third, 2-1. As the Italian-American Red Sox cut the lead in half thanks to Tony Calignero. So tying run at third, and Bichette very slow, 1-10, and Tony Calignero below average, 1-13 at second. And here comes Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark. He's looking for the 2-1 column. Gullett has to settle in here. Bench goes out to have a word with his starting pitcher, now back behind the plate. Gullett nods his head. The windup, the pitch to Jack the Ripper. And Clark is dealt a 2-5. Column of choice for Jack Clark, 2-5. Can he make Gullett pay? 2-5. Jack the Ripper sends this ball deep. And that is a 6. That is gone! Jack Clark hits a 3-run homer. Make sure that's a 6. It is a 6. And the Red Sox take a 4-2 lead as Clark sends that one over the monster into the Mass Pike, rolling west. And the fans at Fenway are going nuts as Jack Clark crushes the Gullett hanging curveball. And it's 4-2. The Italian-American Red Sox take the lead right back. After the Reds scored 2 in the top of the first, here comes Anthony Rizzo. It's now a 4-2 lead for the Red Sox. Rizzo looking for the 4-1. And Sparky Anderson's visiting the mound as Captain Hook will stay with Gullett. Anderson had a quick hook in the day. So Gullett will now face Anthony Rizzo looking for the 4-1 column. Here's the pitch to Anthony. And Anthony gets the 1 column. Column of choice. It's a 1-5. Will the Red Sox continue to bash Gullett around? Yes, they will. Anthony Rizzo singles right up the middle. So the Red Sox now have 5 hits and 4 runs off Gullett with 1 out. And here comes a power threat. The catcher, Mike Napoli. Napoli's looking for the 3-4. Sparky Anderson on the top step of the dugout. Bench wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mike Napoli. And he gets a 2-9 off the Napoli card. Not a column of choice, though. 1 out. Rizzo's at first, 4-2. Italian-American Red Sox, so that's a 2-9. And that's going to be a strikeout as Napoli is fooled by the breaking pitch. So 2 outs. Rizzo's at first, being held on by Perez. He'll be off on contact. Here comes Rico Petrocelli, the Red Sox shortstop. Rico's looking for the 3-4 column. Here's the pitch from Gullett, and Petrocelli gets the 4 column and a 2. So it's a 4 off the Gullett card and a 2. Rizzo will be off on contact, and that's a fly ball to Geronimo, center field, coming in on it. And he makes the catch, side retired. But the Red Sox Italian-American style strike for 4 runs thanks to Tony Calignero and Jack the Ripper Clark. The big damage The 3-run homer by Clark after Caligiero doubled in the first run for the Red Sox. We go to the top of the second, 4-2 Italian-American Red Sox over the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. Can Frank Viola settle in now? He'll face Dreesen, Concepcion, and Griffey. Dreesen's looking for the 6-1 column. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch from Viola to Dreesen, and he gets the 6, so he gets the column of choice, 6-10. This could be a slugfest, folks. 6-10 to Dan Dreesen. Hard ground ball to short, Rico Petrocelli, and that is an 11. Petrocelli fields it smoothly, and now will make the throw to Anthony Rizzo, and that's a 9 for out number 1. Petrocelli to Rizzo, 1 away. And here comes a smooth fielding shortstop for the Reds of 1975, Davey Concepcion, 274 batting average, 5 home runs. He's looking for the 2-6 column. Viola kicks and fires to Concepcion, and it is a 4. It was a 2. 4-8. 4-8 for Concepcion off the Viola card. Concepcion works a walk. Tying run comes to plate, and Ken Griffey Sr., he was only known as Ken Griffey then, but Ken Griffey Sr., he had 4 home runs with a 305 batting average. They throw over. Concepcion just gets back. They almost picked him off as Rizzo applies the tag. Nice move by Viola. So Concepcion couldn't get the jump. And here's Ken Griffey. Digs in the left-hander's batter's box. 1 out. Petrocelli and Loretta hoping to turn 2 up the middle for the Italian-American Red Sox. Here's the pitch from Viola to Griffey, and it is a 1-8 to Ken Griffey. 1-8 off the Griffey card, not a column of choice. Ground ball to Loretta, over to Petrocelli, on to Rizzo, double play, inning over. Good job by Frank Viola and the Italian-American Boston Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the second, 4-2 Italian-American Red Sox over the 75 Cincinnati Reds, Big Red Machine. Due up, Rocco Bardelli, then Dominic DiMaggio and Mark Loretta. Bardelli looking for the 1-4 column. Gullett was roughed up for 5 hits and 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Bardelli, and it is a 6-7 off the Gullett card. 6-7 to Bardelli. And Bardelli will strike out, looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the off-speed pitch. 1 out, top of the order. Dominic DiMaggio, he's 0 for 1. Corners playing in. Rose in at third, Perez in at first. The little professor awaits the Gullett offering. Here's the pitch. Dominic looking for the 2-4. He gets a 1 column and a 9. It's a 1-9 to Dominic DiMaggio. That's a hard hit ball to Pete Rose. He's up with it, throws to Perez, 2 down. So 2 outs, base is empty, and the man who got everything started in the first inning, Mark Loretta, he doubled and scored on the Tony Caligiero double. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the pitch to Loretta, looking for the 3-4. Instead, Gullett deals Loretta a 5 column and an 11. 5-11 to Mark Loretta. That's a fly ball out to George Foster in left. And that is a 1. Mark Loretta's hot hitting continues, as that's going to be a double. Error check on the throw in. And that's a 5, and that is a rare play. This could be a... Oh, you know what this is? This is throw behind the runner, he's out. Oh, I hope it's not that. So we'll find out. It's a double and a rare play. So Mark Loretta doubles with 2 outs. Yep. And they threw behind him, and Morgan tags him out. So Loretta gets the double, but poor base running, and he is thrown as he took too wide of a turn around third. And the Red Sox squander an opportunity there. Loretta disgusted with himself. As Herb Pilgrim says, you should try the Boston team against the Italian-American Yankees, Al. Scooter, Jolton Joe, Pepitone, Yogi. Yeah, we can make one of those. You and I can make one of those teams. We can make... That's easy. I could do it myself, too, but that would be fun. So, due up for the Cincinnati Reds Geronimo. In the top of the order, Rose and Morgan. Mark Loretta still kicking the dirt in the infield as he goes out to second base. Geronimo looking for the 6-2 column. Frank Viola wants to put up another goose egg. Here's the pitch to Geronimo, and Geronimo gets column of choice, 6 and a 4. 6-4 after Viola card. That's a fly ball to center field, and Dominic DiMaggio, and that's an 8. DiMaggio has a beat on the ball. That's an F2. DiMaggio, an excellent fielding center fielder, and that's a 3-2-3, so that's a 8. And DiMaggio makes the running catch to right center field, 1 down. Viola breathes a sigh of relief as Geronimo missed his pitch. Corners move in, top of the order, Pete Rose. Rose is a B bunter. Jack Clark is in at third. Anthony Rizzo in at first. Rose 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Viola. Rose gets a 4 column and a 9 off the Viola card. 4-9, not a column of choice. And Rose, strike 3 swinging. Viola went up, and away with the fastball, and he gets him. So 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the third, 4-2 Italian-American Red Sox. Game 1, best of 7 here in Fenway. Corners continue to stay in as little Joe Morgan's at the plate. He is a B bunter also. Viola picks up the sign from Mike Napoli. Morgan looking for the 1 or the 6 column. He doubled his first time up, and he gets a 2 column and a 2. So deuces are wild. 2-2 by Frank Viola. And he's hit by the pitch. Curveball gets him. So inning stays alive. Morgan, an excellent base runner at first. And here comes a man, Johnny Bench, who hit the home run, the 2-run blast off Viola in the first inning. If he hits another 2-run blast, it's a 4-4 game. Let's see if Morgan tries to steal. He can't get the lead. Good job by Viola and Rizzo holding him on. Viola's full attention goes to the plate, and Johnny Bench. Napoli wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Bench, and it is a 4 column and a 9. So if it's off the Viola card, 4-9 to Johnny Bench. And that's strike 3. Side retired. He gets him with the curve, set him up with a fastball. Bench doesn't pull the trigger. We go to the bottom of the third, still 4-2 Italian-American Red Sox. Due up for the Italian-American Red Sox, Dante Bichette, Tony Calignera, and Jack the Ripper Clark. Bichette's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Gullett, the windup and the pitch to Dante, and Bichette is dealt a 3-7, and that's a column of choice for Dante Bichette. 3-7. As Bichette will single, he picks up his second hit as he puts it past the dive of Concepcion into left field. The Italian-American Red Sox can mash the ball. Pitching is questionable. And here comes Tony Calignera, 1 for 1, a double and an RBI. He got the ball rolling, knocking in Mark Loretta. Bichette, 1 through 10 base runner. Perez holding him out at first. Here's the pitch to Tony C. And Gullett deals Tony C. a 3-10 column. And this is column of choice for Tony C. 3 and a 10. Can Tony Calignera do it again to Don Gullett? Not this time. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Way out in front of the off-speed pitch. Alan Shaw's joined us from the UK. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well across the pond. So Bichette's at first. Calignera strikes out. Here comes Jack the Ripper. Clark hit a 3-run homer off Gullett in the bottom of the first. Bench goes through the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Jack Clark. And Gullett deals him a 1 column and a 5. Column of choice once again for Jack the Ripper. 1-5. Can Jack Clark do it again? As Clark singles the other way to right. And Bichette goes first to third. Good job by Bichette reading that ball. So Jack Clark's now 2 for 2. The Red Sox threatening to put up some more runs. And need all the runs you can get against the Big Red Machine. Here comes Anthony Rizzo. Italian-American Red Sox first baseman's 1 for 1. Clark at first, 1 through 13 base runner. Bichette slow at third, 1 through 10. Rizzo wants to lift this ball at least deep somewhere in the outfield to score Bichette. Gullett picks up the sign from bench. Here's the pitch to Anthony Rizzo, and it is a 6-9, so it's off the Gullett card. 6-9. Can the Reds turn 2 and get out of this mess? Rizzo's jammed. He pops it up towards Morgan. Morgan on the outfield grass, and the second baseman makes the catch. 2 down. And here comes Mike Napoli. It's up to Napoli now. Clark's at first, Bichette's at third. 2 outs, bottom of the third. 4-2 Italian-American Red Sox. Napoli's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time against Don Gullett. The windup and the pitch from Gullett. And Napoli is dealt a 4. Column of choice for Mike Napoli. A 4-7. It's going to be a lucky 7 for someone. 4-7. Can the Italian-American Red Sox strike with 2 outs here? And Napoli checks his swing. Ball 4. Bases are juiced for the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 0 for 1. Bichette at third. Clark at second. Napoli at first. No place to put Rico. Bench goes out to have a word with his beleaguered pitcher, Don Gullett. Now back behind the plate. Squats down. Sets the target. Gullett rocks and fires to Petrocelli, and that is a 2. And an 11 off the Petrocelli card, but not a column of choice. Gullett might pitch out of this mess. 2-11. Hard hit ball. Davy Concepcion ranges to his left, backhands, throws to Morgan, covering the second base bag for the force outside. Retired. The Red Sox Italian-American version leave the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 4th. Red Sox fail to score, but they still lead 4-2 over the 1975 Cincinnati Reds, as Alan Shaw from the UK says just woke up. Due up for the Big Red Machine of 75, Perez, Foster, and Dreesen. Tony Perez is 0 for 1 off Frank Viola. He's looking for the 3-6. Here's the pitch to Perez, and Viola deals him a 1 column and a 12. So a 1-12 to Tony Perez. Possible single here. And that's a 12. I don't think it's a single. Line shot. Petrocelli dives to his right and makes the catch, saving a base hit, snaring the shot. Perez is 0 for 2. Nice play by Rico Petrocelli. Viola gives him a smile and a tip of the cap for Rico. And here comes George Foster. Speaks softly, carry a big boomstick. He's 0 for 1. Right-handed batter digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Napoli goes through the signs. The lefty Frank Viola nods his head. Here's the pitch from Viola, and Foster gets a 2 and a 9. It's a 2-9 off the Foster card, not a column of choice. 1 out, base is empty, and Foster will go down via the K as the curveball gets him. Viola really doing a nice job with the fastball and then setting it up for that curveball, and the Reds batters are not pulling the trigger. That is strikeout number 4 for Frank Viola. Here in the top of the 4th, 2 outs, base is empty. The designated hitter, Dan Dreesen, steps to plate. He is 0 for 1, another left-handed batter. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch, and Viola deals Dreesen a 5 column and a 6 off the Viola card, 5-6. That's a fly ball out to the little Professor Dominic DiBaggio, younger brother of Joe. And he comes in a bit, makes the catch, side retired. 1, 2, 3 goes the Big Red Machine. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And due up for the Italian-American Red Sox, Rocco Baldelli. Then the top of the order, Dominic DiMaggio and Mark Loretta. The fireworks of the first inning have not reproduced, as it's been all goose eggs since. So Gullett is ready to deal to Baldelli, and here's the pitch to Rocco, and it is a 2-9 off the Baldelli card, 2-9. Not a column of choice, though, 2-9. And Baldelli will go down via the K as he's caught looking, and that is the 5th strikeout for Gullett. So 1 out, top of the order, corners move in. Dominic DiMaggio, a B bunter, he's 0 for 2. Rose in at third, Perez in at first. Can the little professor knock it past the drawn-in corners? Here's the pitch to Dommy DiMaggio. And DiMaggio is dealt a 3-10 off the DiMaggio card, 3-10. And he hits this ball quite well. And that is a 7, and that's going to be a single for Dominic DiMaggio, little brother of Joe. And the Red Sox will have a runner at first as he goes up the middle through Gullett's wickets. With one out, here comes a hot-hitting Mark Loretta, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. DiMaggio, very good base runner, 1 through 16 speed. He's being held on by Tony Perez. Loretta, 2 for 2. Loretta was the MVP in the 7-game series over the 2017 Yankees, which the Italian-American Red Sox, down 3-1, come roaring back to win 4-3 in games. He's looking for the 3-4 column. Here's the pitch. And Gullett deals Loretta a 6 column. So this is off the Gullett card. Can the Reds turn 2 with 1 out and a runner at first? So that is a 6-6. Route 66. And Gullett comes high and tight. Loretta will pop out to Concepcion at short, so 2 down. DiMaggio will be off on contact, and here comes Dante Bichette. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. He has 2 singles. Bichette would love to drive one over the monster like Jack Clark did. Bench sets the target. Gullett rocks and fires to Bichette, and it is a 2-4. 2-4 to Dante. Off the Bichette card, 2-4. DiMaggio off on contact with 2 outs, but there is no contact except with the air, as that's strike 3. Side retired. So all goose eggs since the fireworks from the first. We go to the top of the 5th, still 4-2 Italian-American Red Sox over the 1975 Big Red Machine Cincinnati Reds. Due up for the Reds, Concepcion, Griffey, and Geronimo. Concepcion walked his first time up off Viola. Here's the pitch from Frank, and Viola deals Concepcion a 1-5 off the Concepcion card. And that's a fly ball out to Rocco Baldelli. He's been a busy beaver in left. He comes racing in, and he makes the catch on the knuckling line drive. So 1 down, corners move in for Ken Griffey. Griffey is an A bunter. Jack Clark in at third. Rizzo in at first. Herb Pilgrim has given me his Italian-American Yankee team. Giambi at first. Lazzeri at second. Mike Pagliarulo at third. Shortstop's the Scooter. DiMaggio, the outfield. DiMaggio, Pepitone, Lee Mazzilli. Oh, that's interesting. Pitchers, Righetti, Vic Raschi, Steve Balboni, Billy Martin, Frank. There's so many good players. Yes, Joe Torre Ken. He's affiliated with the Yankees. That's the way I did. Oh my God, I should have thought of managers for the Red Sox. We have to think about that. But that's a pretty good team. All right, so 1 out. Here's Griffey. He's 0 for 1. Corners in. The windup and the pitch from Viola. And Griffey has a 2-8. So Viola has settled down since that first inning 2-run blast by Johnny Bench, as that's a 2-8 off the Griffey card. And that's a hard ground ball to short. Petrocelli ranging to his left, backhands it, spins and fires to Rizzo, who scoops it out of the dirt for the out. Nice play all the way around, Rizzo and Petrocelli there. So 2 outs, base is empty for Cesar Geronimo. He's 0 for 1. He was robbed of a base hit by Rico Petrocelli. Here's the pitch to Geronimo, and Viola deals Geronimo a 3-8. Off the Geronimo card, 3-8. Can the Red Sox get the Reds 1-2-3 once again? He jams Geronimo. That's a pop-out to Rico Petrocelli for out number 3. And once again, the Italian-American Red Sox stifle the Big Red Machine. 1-2-3 they go, bottom of the 5th. The Italian-American Red Sox 4, the 1975 Cincinnati Reds 2. Due up, Caligiero, Jack Clark, and Anthony Rizzo. If anyone gets on, Mike Napoli. Tony Caligiero got the scoring started in the bottom of the 1st. With the Red Sox trailing 2-0, he doubled in. Mark Loretta made it 2-1, and then Jack Clark hit a 3-run bomb to make it 4-2, and that's how we stand here. Caligiero looking for the 2-3 column. Here's the pitch from Gullett, and it is a 1. And that's not good for Tony C, that's for sure. 1-8 off the Tony C card. Lots of K's there. 1-8. And that's a hard hit ball To Rose, he comes up with it, throws to Perez across the diamond, 1 down, 1 down. And here comes Jack the Ripper. Jack Clark 2 for 2 with a 3-run homer and a single. Can he go 3 for 3? Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to the Ripper. And Jack Clark gets a 4 and a 2. So this is off the gullet card, 4-2. And that's a fly ball to center field. That's carrying Geronimo racing back at the track, and he makes the catch. Clark flies out deep to center. Ken Castro has joined us in the chat. Terry Francona for manager. Good job there. I didn't think of that. So 2 outs, base is empty for Anthony Rizzo. He is 1 for 2. He singled. Rizzo would love to take it out of Fenway. Give the Red Sox another run. Gullick's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Anthony Rizzo, and it is a 1 and a 9. And that's a column of choice for Anthony. Can Anthony do damage here? 1-9, and Anthony hits the ball well, but he needs a 1 for a triple. And it is a 5, so this will just be a flyout to end the inning. As Anthony Rizzo got his pitch, but he missed it. Got under it. Geronimo goes back a bit, makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the top of the 6th, which has become a pitcher's duel after the explosion of 6 runs in the first inning. The 2-run homer by Johnny Bench gave the Reds an early 2-0 lead. The Italian-American Boston Red Sox countered with 4 runs of their own. Caligiero doubled in Loretta, and then Clark hit a 3-run blast, and that's how we stand 4-2. Top of the order for the 75 Reds, the Big Red Machine. Rose, Morgan, and Bench to face Frank Viola. Corners in. Rose a B bunter. Rose 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle, and he gets a 4-11. So Viola has settled in quite well since that 2-run homer, 4-11 to Pete Rose. But as I say that, Charlie Hustle could have a single here, and he does not. He needed 1 through 14, and Viola, with a little luck of the Irish, even though he's an Italian, gets a 15, and this is going to be an out, I believe. As he drives that ball to left, it's sinking, and Baldelli makes the diving catch to rob Pete Rose, the Rhode Island native Rocco Baldelli. So 1 down, and here comes Joe Morgan, 1 for 1 with a double. Left-handed batting second baseman, lefty-lefty matchup. Napoli sets the target. Here's the pitch to little Joe Morgan, who has tremendous power for his stature, and it is a 6. Column of choice for Morgan off the Viola card. 6-6, Route 66. And Morgan singles to center past the dive of Loretta. So the tying run comes to the plate, and Johnny Bench, the man who hit the 2-run homer. 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. He had knocked in Morgan in the top of the 1st. Bench looking for the 2-6 column. Let's see if Morgan's going to try to steal. And he gets the jump. 1 through 15. 5% chance. We're going to throw down. We need a 16 or better. And it's a 13, so it's a close play, but Morgan slides in safe. Hopefully there's no error check. And he's safe. He steals second base. No double play in order now. So first base is open, but Tony Perez is on deck. Johnny Bench has a duck out on the pond at second base named Joe Morgan. Here's the pitch to Bench from Viola, and that is a 4 column and a 4 off the Viola card. Not a column of choice for Johnny Bench. 4-4, but Bench hits this ball hard. 1 through 14 is a single, and he singles as that's a 9. So Bench picks up his second hit. Will they wave Morgan around? An excellent base runner, 1 through 17. That's going to center. Dominic DiMaggio has a -3 arm, and they will not challenge DiMaggio's arm. So runners on the corners, 1 out, and here comes Tony Perez. 1 swing of the bat will put the Big Red Machine up. I don't think we've lost sound, Alan. So Morgan's at third, Bench at first. Tony Perez at the plate. He's looking for the 3-6 column. Viola looking to induce a double play ball. Here's the pitch from Viola to Tony Perez. It is a 5 column and an 8. Can they turn 2 of 5-8 off the Viola card? Ground ball to Loretta. It's a B. They'll get the runner at second. The run will score. So Perez will get an RBI. Bench is forced out at second. The big red machine pulls to within 1, 4-3. And there's 2 outs. And here comes George Foster. 0 for 2. His boomstick has been quiet. He awaits the left-handed thrower, Viola. Here's the pitch to Foster. And Viola deals Foster a 2-6. 2-6 to George Foster. Perez will be off on contact, 4-3. Italian-American Red Sox over the Reds. He hits the ball hard, and it is a 5. So Foster strikes the ball well. Line shot. Clark goes leaping in the air at third. Side retired. He robs George Foster of a double down the left field line. And Frank Viola breathes a sigh of relief. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Italian-American Red Sox hold on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Due up for the Italian-American Red Sox, Napoli, Petrocelli, and Baldelli to face Don Gullett. Gullett has gone 5 innings, 9 hits, given up 4 runs, struck out 6, walked 1, and gave up the 3-run homer to Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark. Here's the pitch to Napoli. Napoli is 0 for 1 with a walk. And that is a 5-7 to Mike Napoli off the Gullett card, 5-7. That's a ground ball to Joe Morgan at second, and that is a 10. Morgan's up with it smoothly. He throws to first and Tony Perez, and that is a 15. And he throws low, and Perez scoops it out of the dirt for out number 1. Morgan points the glove at Tony, saying thanks for saving that error. So 1 out, no 1 on. Here comes Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 0 for 2. He's played stellar defense at short. Here's the pitch from Gullett to Petrocelli. And it is a 4-6 to Rico. Column of choice off the Gullett card, 4-6. Can Petrocelli get a pitch to grip and rip? Petrocelli hits the ball hard. 1 through 10 is a single. It is a 12. So that will be a out. So it'll be 2 outs. Base is empty as Petrocelli lines out to Joe Morgan, who returns the favor, a 1-step dive to his right. 2 outs, base is empty. The number 9 batter, Rocco Baldelli, he's 0 for 2. Rocco would really like that 1 column. Here's a pitch to Baldelli, and he gets the 1 column. It's a 1-5. 1-5 for Baldelli, and that will be a single. 1-5 to Rocco Baldelli. And Baldelli keeps the inning alive, gets it to the top of the order, and the little professor, Dom DiMaggio, brother of Joe. Baldelli 1 through 14 base runner. Perez holding him on. DiMaggio's 1 for 3. He got a hit his last time up. Here's the pitch to Domi. And Dominic gets a 5-12 off the Gullett card. Baldelli will be off on contact with 2 outs. 5-12 to DiMaggio. That's a hard hit ball. Gullett knocks it down. He picks it up and throws to first. Side retired. So Don Gullett, the pitcher, robs DiMaggio of a hit up the middle. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-3. Italian-American Red Sox over the big red machine of the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. Game 1, best of 7 here at Fenway. And Viola could be coming to an end here. He's got up to 100 pitches. He's good for 109. And he'll face Dreesen, Concepcion, and Griffey. Dreesen's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Dan Dreesen. And that is a 2 column. A 2-6 off the Dreesen card. 2-6. And that's going to be a strikeout. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He challenged him with the fastball. Blew it by him. And that is Viola's 5th strikeout. He's gone 6 1/3 so far. 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Davey Concepcion's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's a B bunter. Here's the pitch to Davey. And Concepcion has a 2-5. And it's a column of choice for Davey. Can he get things started here with the 2-5 off his card? And he works a walk. And Viola, 108. Let's go to our bullpen here. As here comes Ken Griffey. This will be his last batter. And due up another lefty, switchy lefty. So Lenny DiNardo, who's actually really tough on lefties, is ready. He's going to be ready in the pen. Griffey's a lefty. We have one out. Geronimo's a lefty. Pete Rose will switch over if we get that far. Joe Sambito, too. Lenny DiNardo pitched well against the Yankees in that series, the 2017 Yankees. Griffey is 0 for 2. Okay. And this would be Viola's last batter. Can he turn a double play here? Concepcion's not stealing. Here's the pitch to Griffey, looking for the 3-6. Instead, he gets a 2-column and an 8. Red Sox hoping for a double play ball here on the 2-8 with one out and Concepcion at first. Rizzo holding him on. And ground ball to Petrocelli. Over to Loretta on to Rizzo. Side retired. Frank Viola claps his glove and comes bounding off the mound. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And the Red Sox, of Italian-American version, cling to that one-run lead here in Game 1, best of 7, over the Cincinnati Reds of 1975, 4-3 trivia time. Which fielder does the abbreviation SS represent? Really? Shortstop. Okay. Let's get the answer there. Shortstop. We're going to take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. Jacks. I don't care if we ever go back for its root. Root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, bottom of the 7th. Due up for the Red Sox, Loretta, Bichette, and Tony Caligiero. Loretta 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Gullett still on the mound. Sparky Anderson, who almost yanked him in the first, has stuck with him now. And Gullett's up to 114 pitches. Here's the pitch to Loretta. And it is a 1-9 to Mark Loretta off his card. Not a column of choice, though. 1-9. And Loretta hits it to Concepcion, who throws to Perez. 1 down. Here comes Dante Bichette. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Bichette would love to go yard. He's looking for that 3 column. The windup and the pitch. And it is a 2-8 to Bichette. 2-8 from Gullett. And that's a hard hit ball to Pete Rose at 30. Backhands it. Fires to Tony Perez for out number 2. Don Gullett 1 out away from taking the Italian-American Red Sox 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th to keep it a 1-run deficit. And here comes Tony Caligiero 1 for 3 with a double. He knocked in the first run for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first. All the scoring for both teams came in that first inning. The Reds get on the board with a 2-run homer in the top of the first. And the Red Sox come right back. Caligiero doubled in Loretta. Jack Clark hits a 3-run homer, 4-2, and that's how we stand. The Italian-American Red Sox up 4-3, excuse me, I'm sorry. Another run was scored in the 6th. Pardon me. Here's the pitch to Tony C. from Don Gullett, and it is a 4 column and an 8 off the Gullett card. 4-8 for Tony Caligiero. And that's a strikeout. Side retired as Caligiero, big swing and a miss. We go to the top of the 8th. The Italian-American Boston Red Sox 4, the 1975 Cincinnati Reds 3. And Viola will now face Geronimo. Geronimo's 0 for 2. We're going to stick with Frank. And now they go to Redmond. So the Reds go, Sparky Anderson brings in Marv Rettenmund. And Rettenmund batted .239 in 75, 2 home runs, 19 ribbies, and 188 at-bats. And he's a 2L. He hits left-handed pitching better than right-handed pitching. Thus, Sparky Anderson goes to him. We're going to counter that now. We really don't have good pitchers. Schiraldi was awful against the Yankees. Drago was adequate. Carl Pavano actually got the save in Game 7, and he's a starting pitcher. He was only good for like 2 pitches or 1 pitch. Dick Drago will come in. Oh, God, he was so bad against the Yankees. Maybe we go Corsi instead. 3-2-5. Jim Corsi will come in. That's it for Frank Viola. So Viola's day is done. Viola can only win it. He can't lose it. Jim Corsi comes out of the pen. Corsi, 162 game average. That's how the Italian-American Red Sox team was built by the free agent file for Strat-O-Matic baseball up to 2016. His rookie year was 1988, and his average for his career, 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 save, 47 innings pitched, 3.25 earned run average, striking out 28, walking 19. He does have some control issues. He's good for 17 pitches. Viola's final numbers, 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 2, struck out 5, gave up the 2-run homer to Johnny Bench. Again, he can only win it, he can't lose it. Rettman looking for the 6-3 column. Here's the pitch from Corsi to Rettman, and it is a 4 column and a 3. So it's a 4-3 off the Corsi card. Ground ball to Anthony Rizzo at first, and that is a 19. So Rizzo backhands the hard hit ball, and now we'll throw to Corsi covering the bag, and that's a 5-3-1. That's a 9. Oh, he throws the ball away. Anthony Rizzo throws the ball away, and Rettman reaches, and the tying runs at first base. 95% chance of stealing. And here comes Pete Rose. Oh, that's a killer. Corsi was there at the bag. Rizzo threw the ball low. Corsi never had a chance. So Rizzo makes a nice fielding play, but the error on the throw. And here's Pete Rose. Rose is 0 for 3. He switches from righty to lefty now. Corsi. And they put in Ed Armbrister. Everyone knows him from the 75 interference. Fisk should have still made the throw, to be honest with you. So Armbruster, excellent base runner. 1 through 17, 85% chance of stealing second. And great job by Corsi and Rizzo holding him on. He can't get the lead. Corners in just in case Rose tries the bunt. Rizzo holding on Armbruster. He'll pop off the bag once the pitch is thrown and charge towards the plate. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle from Jim Corsi, and it is a 5-2 off the Corsi card. We need to turn 2 here, 5-2. Swing and a miss. Corsi challenged Charlie Hustle with a fastball, blows it by him, 1 out. And here's Joe Morgan. And that's it for Corsi. As now we'll go to Lenny DiNardo. Here's Lenny DiNardo. He'll face Morgan, and this will be the only batter he faces. So here's Lenny DiNardo. Very tough on lefties. Actually works for Nesson now. Every once in a while he's in studio for the post-game and pre-game shows for the Red Sox. Armbruster's at first. Excellent base runner being held on by Rizzo. And Lenny DiNardo, rookie season 2004. 2 wins, 3 losses over his average of 162 game career. No saves, 43 innings, striking out 22, walking 19, gave up 4 gopher balls. He also has issues with control, but he's tough on lefties. Morgan looking for the 1-4 column. DiNardo looking to induce a double play ball. Here's the pitch to Little Joe Morgan as the white dice jumped. Here's the white die, and it's a 3. So that is a 3-6 to Joe Morgan off his card. 3-6. And DiNardo walks him. So there's the walk bugaboo, even though it was off the Morgan card. 1 out, 2 on, tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. Tremendous speed on the base pad, and here is Johnny Bench. Bench 2 for 3. He had the 2-run homer in the first. No. Cancel. Here comes Dick Drago. So Lenny DiNardo does not get his lefty out. Here's Dick Drago. Dick Drago, rookie year, 1969. Average 162 games, 10 wins, 11 losses, 5 saves. Striking out 89, walking 50, 14 gopher balls. And he'll be facing Johnny Bench. As Armbruster tried to steal, he couldn't get the lead. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Red Sox hoping to turn 2 with Petrocelli and Loretta up the middle. Bench looking for the 2-4. Napoli sets the target, the windup, and the pitch from Dick Drago, and it is a 3-7 off the bench card. Not a column of choice, though. Can the Red Sox turn 2 and get out of this mess? 3-7. Yes! Ground ball to Petrocelli, over to Loretta, on to Rizzo. Drago induces the double play ball. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Italian-American Red Sox cling to that 1-run lead. 4-3. What a job by Drago putting out the fire. Due up for the Italian-American Red Sox, Clark, Rizzo, and Napoli. Jack Clark 2 for 3 with a 3-run homer. Don Gullett still on the mound. Reds guarding the lines in the infield and outfield. Gullett up to 125 pitches. How ironic is that? Sparky Anderson almost took him out in the first. Now he's leaving him in there. Gullett has not given up anything since the first. Here's the pitch to Jack the Ripper. And it is a 2. Column of choice for Jack. And a 6. Can Jack do it again? 2-6 to Jack the Ripper. And he works a walk, so he's on base once again. So Clark is at first. That's a huge insurance run. 1-13. Anthony Rizzo at the plate. Let's see if we have any better. Gaetti, 1-9. Merloni, 1-12. Malzone, 1-12. Cerrone, 1-10 running. Zarella, 1-11. And Carbo, 1 through. So ironically, he's our best base runner. So Clark will stay in the run. I don't think we're going to keep him in at third, though, defensively. All right. We'll probably move Loretta from second to third and bring in Lou Merloni. Rizzo's 1 for 3. And that's it. That's it. That's it for Don Gullickson, who settled down after the 4 runs in the first. Here comes Pedro Barbone, the angry one, Pedro Barbone. And let's give you Don Gullett's. I said Gullickson by accident. Don Gullett, his numbers. He's responsible for Clark at first. He went 7 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, all them earned, walked 2, struck out 7, and gave up a double that knocked in a run from Tony Calignero and the 3-run blast to Jack the Ripper, who's at first. He can only lose it. He cannot win it. Rizzo's at the plate to face the right-handed throwing Pedro Barbone, who's tough on lefties. Barbone in 75, 9 wins, 5 losses, 5 saves, 2.95 earned run average. Gave up 6 gopher balls, struck out 29, walked 21, so he has control issues. Rizzo's ready to grip and rip. Here's the pitch from Barbone to Rizzo, and it is a 1, column of choice. Column of choice for Anthony, a 1-8. And that could be really good. A 1-8 to Anthony. Clark's at first. And Rizzo greets Barbone with a double to center as Foster moved to center. And that's off the wall. And we're going to hold up Clark at third. So it'll be first and third, no outs. Rizzo's at second and third. Rizzo's at. So Foster, Armbruster stayed in the game, went to left. Foster moved to center. And an excellent defensive center fielder is out of the game. Cesar Geronimo. Infield moves in. Here comes Mike Napoli. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And now we go to Bernie Carbo will come in to pinch hit for Mike Napoli. And Rick Cerrone will come in to catch. So here's Bernie Carbo. one of the heroes of Game 6 of the World Series. Red shudder when they hear his name. Carbo was a rookie in 1969. 162 game average for his career, 264, 9 homers, 34 ribbies. And off right-handed pitching, that 3 column and the 1 column are very good. So, infield in, Carbo just has to knock it past the drawn in infield. No outs. Clark is at third. Rizzo is at second. Carbo. And now they go to Clay Carroll, and I believe Carbo hit a homer off Carroll. He's a righty, but he's tough on lefties, so they go to Clay Carroll. How ironic if Carbo hits a homer off of him. Carroll's done with his warm-up tosses. And Clay Carroll, 1975, 7 wins, 5 losses, 7 saves. He had 2 starts, gave up 2 homers, 44 strikeouts, walked 32. Still a righty-lefty matchup for Bernie. Looking for the 3-4 column. Clark at third, Rizzo at second. No outs, 4-3 lead for the Italian-American Red Sox. Here's the pitch to Bernie Carbo, and he gets a 6. So column off the Clay Carroll card. So that is a 6-5, hopefully a deep fly ball. 6-5, infield in. And it's a fly ball, center field B. This should score the run. Foster going back at the track, at the wall. He makes the catch. Clark scores, and Carbo knocks in the run on the deep sac fly to center. So Bernie does his job, and it's 5-3 Italian-American Red Sox. Good job by Bernie Carbo. 1 out, Rizzo's at second. He stayed put. And here comes Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from Clay Carroll to Petrocelli. And it is a 5-5 off the Carroll card. Ground ball to short. And Davey Concepcion, the smooth fielding Davey Concepcion. No hits on that card. It's a 5. He fields it smoothly, looks Rizzo back. And now he throws to Perez at first. And that's a 3-3-2, so that's an 8. And that's out number 2. So 2 outs, Rizzo will be at second. Nice play by Concepcion. Rizzo will stay. So it's 2 outs. And here's Rocco Baldelli. And Baldelli does not fare well against righties. Unless he hits that 1 column. Which is not too bad. But Carbo will stay in the play left because he has a better arm. And I think we're going to go to Al Zeke Zarella. Here comes Zarella to pinch it for Baldelli. Chance to knock in another run. And Al Zeke Zarella, rookie year 1943, at 162 game average, 276, 5 homers, 43 ribbies. And he's a 1R. Zarella looking for the 2-4. And now they walk Zarella to face Dominic DiMaggio. Wow, can DiMaggio make them pay? He's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch to Domi looking for the 2-6 column. Carroll delivers, and DiMaggio instead gets a 4-5 off the Clay Carroll card. 4-5. Rizzo and Zarella will be off on contact. 4-5 to the little professor. And that's a fly ball to center. And Foster will make the catch. Side retired. The Red Sox do get another run on the clutch sacrifice fly by Bernie Carbo. And they lead 5-3. We go to the top of the 9th. Game 1, best of 7. The Italian-American Boston Red Sox against the Big Red Machine Cincinnati Reds of 1975, the World Series champions. Okay, so we got to bring a catcher in. I want to keep Carbo in the game. Because Carbo has a -3 arm. So Carbo will go to left. Zarella has a -2 arm. will go to right. Calignera will come out of the game. Okay. Cerrone will come in to catch. Okay. Clark is not the most stellar third baseman. We could have moved Clark. That's okay. That's all right. That's fine. Merloni at third is a 24. I think Loretta actually plays third base the best. Loretta will move to third. Merloni will move to second. What's Malzone? Yeah, Loretta's still a better fielder. So Loretta will move to third. Merloni will come in Clark's spot to play second. That'll leave us Gaetti and Malzone and no catcher. Okay. Drago. Alright. So, Drago's back out on the hill. He'll face Perez, Foster, and Dreesen. Alright. Rick Cerrone's behind the plate. And he has a -1 arm. Mark Loretta moves from second to third. He's our best defensive third baseman. Lou Merloni from Framingham, Massachusetts, comes off the bench to play second base. Bernie Carbo goes out to play left. He has a -3 arm. Zeke Sorella stays in the game to play right. He has a -2 arm. And DiMaggio has the -3 in. You know what? Hold on a second. Carbo will play right. Zarella will play left. Stronger arm in right. Shorter throw from left. Okay. Red Sox Italian-American version up by 2 runs, 3 outs away from taking Game 1 against the 75 Reds, the Big Red Machine. Tony Perez is 0 for 3 with a ribby. Here's the pitch from Drago to Perez, and it is a 5-8 off the Drago card. 5-8 for Tony Perez, and that is a strikeout, swing and a miss on the sinking fastball, down and away. So 1 out. Red Sox 2 outs away from taking Game 1. And here's George Foster. He's 0 for 3. Foster looking for the 1-4. Rick Cerrone set the target, the windup and the pitch from Drago, and it is a 2 and a 5. 2-5 to George Foster. Will he go 0 for 4? 2-5. And no, he will not. He singles to left. Here comes Dan Dreesen. Tying run at the plate. Oh boy. Dreesen's 0 for 3. And he's a 2R. Lefty, then Concepcion. Oh, God. Joe Sambito comes in. Here's Joe Sambito, played on the 86 Red Sox. Rookie year 1976, 4 wins, 4 losses, over 162 game average, 8 saves, 3.03 earned run average. Tough on lefties. Striking out 48, walking 19, average 62 innings pitched. Sambito will face Dreesen. Dreesen looking for the one. And now they go to Doug Flynn, who went to the Mets in that Seaver trade. So Sparky Anderson counters. I don't think I can take Sambito out. I don't think it's going to let me. So we'll go to Calvin Schiraldi now. Yeah, it's not going to let me. I have to face a batter. All right, here we go. Can Flynn come through for the Reds, or can Sambito do it for the Red Sox? Foster's at first. Flynn the tying run. Here's the pitch to Doug Flynn, and it is a 2 and a 5. 2-5 off the Doug Flynn card. Not a column of choice, though. Double play, double play, double play. Nope, he singles up the middle to center. Foster stops at second, tying run at first. And here's Davey Concepcion. And here comes Calvin Schiraldi. So here's Calvin Schiraldi to face Davey Concepcion, 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run is Concepcion at the plate. He's looking for a 6-2 column. Schiraldi. Oh, hold on a second. Cancel. Calvin Schiraldi played on the 86 Red Sox, obviously. Was a rookie in 1984. 162 game average, 4 wins, 5 losses, 3 saves. Gave up 8 gopher balls, walked 33, struck out 59. Concepcion looking for the 6 or the 2 column. The windup and the pitch from Schiraldi to Davey Concepcion. Oh, nuts. It's a 6 and a 7. Schiraldi's going to poop the bed. Yeah. Good going, Calvin. Oh, my Lord! It's an 18! So Concepcion drives this ball to center field. DiMaggio going back. At the wall, he leaps, he crashes into it, he makes the catch. Foster, way too far off the bag for some odd reason, quickly rushes back, and there's 2 outs. Foster doesn't even tag up. What a play by Dominic DiMaggio in center. 1 through 17's a double and most likely a tie ball game, but DiMaggio robs Concepcion, so there's 2 outs now, and here comes Ken Griffey, and that's it for Schiraldi. We've seen enough of him. Red Sox 1 out away. We go to a Jeff Facero. (4-1-1). You know what? Maybe we don't go to Facero. Cancel. Yeah. You know what? We're going to go to, oh boy. Red Sox 1 out away. We go to Chris Capuano. Capuano's going to actually start a game, though. 4-3-8. Facero. 4-1-1. Jeff Facero comes in the game. The Red Sox trying to piecemeal this last inning. Facero's good for 6 pitches. Foster's at second. Flynn's at first, representing the tying run. Here's Ken Griffey, the go-ahead run, 0 for 3. Facero's done with his warm-up tosses. Facero, rookie year, 1991. Over 162 game average, 10 wins, 10 losses, 2 saves, and 20 starts, 17 home runs given up, striking out 133, walking 58. Cerrone has a word with Facero. Rizzo and Loretta on the mound. Players back to their positions. Red Sox 1 out away. And Facero throws a curveball in the dirt past Cerrone. Great job, Jeff. Foster's at third. Tying runs now in scoring position. Armbruster's on deck. 173 batting average. They'll probably pinch hit for him, though. They would pinch hit for him. And they have Terry Crowley. Excellent pinch hitter. So we're going to take our chances with Griffey. Griffey looking for the 3-4. Tying run in scoring position. 2 outs. Runners will be off on contact. Facero deals to Griffey. And it is a 1. Thank God. A 1-8. Will Jeff Facero pick up the save? 1-8. We shall see. Ground ball to Lou Merlone. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Rizzo. Ball game over. The Italian-American Red Sox win Game 1 against the 1975 World Series champion Cincinnati Reds 5-3, in a thriller, piecemealing the last inning. The save goes to Jeff Fassero. The win goes to Frank Viola. The loss goes to Don Gullett. What a ball game. Game 1 goes to the Italian-American Red Sox. 5-3. Red Sox scored 6 runs were scored in the first inning, 2 by Cincinnati, 4 by the Red Sox. And then Cincinnati would get 1 in the 6th, and Bernie Carbo would pinch hit, deep fly ball in the bottom of the 8th to tack on another run. 5-3. The Red Sox win Game 1 in a thriller from Fenway. Let's go to the box score. And we're going to go flying through this, as it's 1:39 a.m. I got to go to work. Oh well, that was a fun game and well worth it. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you to Alan Shaw, Ken Castro, and Herb Pilgrim in the chat. Greatly appreciated, gentlemen. Fit to screen. There we go. Fit to screen. Alrighty. So Don Gullett takes the loss. 7 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 7, gave up the 3-run blast to Jack Clark. Barbone gave up a hit, didn't retire anyone. And then Clay Carroll came in, pitched an inning, walked 1, but got the 3 outs. Frank Viola gets the win. 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2-run blast by Bench, and then another run was knocked in by Perez in the 6th. Those are the 3 runs he gave up. Walked 2, struck out 5. Corsi pitched a third of an inning, got out of the jam, struck out his batter. DiNardo didn't retire anybody. Drago pitched an inning, struck out 1. Sambito gave up a hit, didn't retire anyone. Schiraldi, by the miracle of God and a great play by Dominic DiMaggio in center, 1 through 17 is a double and most likely a tie ball game. We rolled an 18, and DiMaggio makes the great catch in center to Rob Dreesen. Schiraldi, so he got it out. And then Fassero throws a wild pitch. Runners advance to second and third. 2 outs. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at the plate. And he gets the hard ground ball to Merlone, who knocked it down. Throws to Rizzo. Ball game over. Red Sox Italian-American style. Hold on and win. Game 1, best of 7. Pete Rose was 0 for 4. Charlie Hustle was hitless, and he struck out once. Joe Morgan 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, and he walked, I think, twice. Bench 2 for 4, 2-run homer, runs scored. Perez 0 for 4 with an RBI on a ground out. Foster 1 for 4. Dreesen 0 for 3, almost had the game-tying double, but Dominic DiMaggio made the leaping catch, crashing into the center field wall. Foster way too far off the bag for some odd reason, couldn't tag up in time. Doug Flynn pinch hit, single, 1 for 1. Davey Concepcion 0 for 2. I think he walked once. Griffey was walked twice, actually. Griffey was 0 for 4. Geronimo 0 for 2 was lifted for the pinch hitter Reddeman. And Armbruster pinch ran and stayed in the plate left. In defeat in Game 1, best of 7, 75 Reds, 31 at-bats, 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 ribbies. For the Italian-American Red Sox, who would be victorious 5-3, Game 1, Dominic DiMaggio 1 for 5 in a game-saving catch in center in the top of the 9th. Loretta 2 for 4 and a run scored. Bichette 2 for 4 and a run scored. Caligiero 1 for 4, he doubled in a run and a run scored. Cerrone came in to catch at the end. Napoli was lifted for Bernie Carbo, the pinch hitter. Jack Clark, the third baseman, 2 for 3, 3-run homer, 2 runs scored. So Clark will be MVP of the game, along with Frank Viola. Merlone came into play second on all the switches we did. Rizzo 2 for 4. Napoli was 0 for 2. Carbo, sac fly, knocked in the 5th run for the Red Sox, stayed in to play right. Petrocelli was 0 for 4. Baldelli was 0 for 3, was lifted for Zeke Cirella, who they intentionally walked and stayed in to play left. The Red Sox, Italian-American style, in victory, 33 at-bats, 5 runs, 11 hits, 5 ribbies. So that's game 1. Italian-American Red Sox win 5-3. Fun game. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Home runs. Johnny Bench, a 2-run blast in the top of the 1st, and Jack Clark, a 3-run blast for the Italian-American Red Sox in the bottom of the 1st. So that's it. Thank you very much once again to Herb Pilgrim, Alan Shaw, and Ken Castro, and anyone who watched. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll have Game 2 sometime later this week. Got lots of other things going on the channel. Our boxing, check that out. Our heavyweight tournament. Sandy Koufax versus Barry Bonds, check that out. Recent video. And Bob Gibson and Denny McLean, the 68 Challenge against the 2017 playoff teams and 2 other teams of my choice. They're up on the channel. I'll check that out. Lots of great stuff on the channel. Ted Williams Swan Song Season using Out of the Ballpark 19, as well as my 2018 play along using Out of the Ballpark 19. So thank you very much. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt and the big left hook. And as always, peace.